Hello everybody and welcome to the first ever episode of the GMR G-Zone Podcast. Where is a podcast where I may just do so everybody can get to know me a little bit better. So, in this episode, I'm going to tackle 101 questions that I've made myself. Well, tell me 100 questions I made myself. One question is actually the normal was actually brought in by was actually a question by somebody. Yeah, the whole Q&A idea was not a good idea because I didn't get any more questions. It's fine. I don't actually mind it. So I just made these 100 questions just to make it more. But before I do, I just want to make an update. I've done all the editing. I've done all the recording. I just gotta add music and commentary to the Rumbles now, so expect the next few Rumbles to finally come out. I'm sorry for the long break, ladies and gentlemen, but I just wanted to record and put the Rumbles together before I move forward. But now that I've actually done that, I'll have to do, like I mentioned before, I have to just add the music of every entrant and the commentary. But that's in the future. Right now is the present, and now in the present, I will tackle the 101 questions. They are correlated and they're not correlated. So, yeah, let's get this started. Where the first question I made myself on my thoughts in my view of basic Cornick and AWF. In all honesty, when it happened, I was ordered. Cornick is one of the best wrestlers in Core right now. So I felt like I had to get up my game. Because you can actually hear it when I was doing the promos. I was trying to be more serious in my promos, as well as trying to hype Cornick up and make him seem like a big threat. Because I know that's what Sean would probably want me to do as well. I also had some ideas that kind of went for the whole direction things, but it would take the story to a direction, but thankfully Sean kind of said no to those ideas because I think the feud actually went well. Even though technically I was the one who suggested we make it an on-sanction match just to make it like Cornick could get away with beating me no matter what, as well as more brutal to help his Gatesball going over to try to win the World Championship in AWF. And you know, I always love stories when at the end of the day of the feud, both men get something out of it. Now, granted, in that match, Cornick, he squashed GMR, but at the same time, even though it was kind of like a squash match, GMR made Cornick bleed. So, in a way, I got something out of it as well. Even though it was mostly for Cornick. Like I mentioned before, Sean booked the story right, and then Cornick went on to beat him. Beat Sean at the Royal Rumble, and then that led to him winning the World Championship, and now he's the World Champion right now. So I think we did the story well. And I'm looking forward to when I'm gonna watch Glory Days and see that match with him and John Blackhouse. With that, it's time to move on to question number 2. Yeah, we might be here for a while. But, the second question I want to answer is what were my thoughts of the box challenge. Now, before I say anything else, I think the story went well. Having said that, to say it went exactly how I envisioned, I I will admit, I had an idea for the box. Like, I wanted to put this box on the line in multiple colleagues all the way up to co-stars. But I think Sean had to, like, book the things. Like, book the match card in advance, so I couldn't really do that. So I only did it a few times in my league, GEW, and in OCBF, and a few times in CCL. I'm on with that. But I think it still worked out, and it helped Alex James' story this year. So all in all, I think the box challenge was a success. So I guess I just gotta also thank Sean for allowing me to do that. Okay. Third thoughts. On my... I know the company's not the most, famous right now, but I have to talk about this feud because it's basically one of my favorite feuds of all time. And that was my storyline with the Patriot. It's really sad what happened in COH. I mean, I do owe that company a lot, as well as Travis, but at the same time, I was not happy with what he did on the last show that he made. Again, with that being said, the storyline against the Patriot, aka Steven, sorry, I can't say your last name. Please forget me! But anyway, that storyline is one of, if not my favorite story I've ever done in Core. I knew when I saw him with that character at first, I liked how he was one of the biggest heels, and when I seen him, I knew he was the opponent, the perfect character against GMR. Because, he was like bashing the fans, and GMR's kind of like a fan. Turn wrestler, so yeah. And again, I had to up my game. And I love doing all those promos. I love the promos that not only I did, but he did it too. And at the end, I was grateful that I was put over. But again, he got something out of it. And as the story carried on, he got a stable. I can't remember what the name was. But yeah, I won the feud. He got a stable. So both sides got something. So again, if he's like listening to this, Steven, I owe you a lot. And having the opportunity to have a storyline with you. Okay, with that, it's time for question number 4. And this was the only question that was sent. Yes, the usual J Crag, how big's your deck? Well, as Aku from Samurai Jack would say, extra thick! There you go. Okay, question number 5. Who in your opinion is the best wrestler in history? Now, if you know me, my favorite wrestler of all time is The Undertaker. Everything he did and how he changed his game was awesome. And also, I always respected his loyalty. However, another wrestler I think is one of the best. Because in all honesty, Undertaker did have a point in time when Vince McMahon said stuff like, "We must put him up against big monster after big monster." But then he proved how much of a great wrestler he was. But back to the point. Again, don't get me wrong, I consider Undertaker one of my favorite wrestler and one of the best. But I would be dumb if I never said that Bret Hart has the best wrestling mind in the business. I can hear him talk over and over about matches. And also, I think he could put a match between him and a mop over. So I gotta respect him. Even though, again, Undertaker's always gonna be my favorite. But yeah, I do respect Bret Hart. I know he had his birthday a couple of days ago. And if anyone's wondering about Shawn Michaels, again, I consider Shawn Michaels one of the greatest as well. But I think I just take him down a few notches because of how much of a prick he was in the past. But never mind. Okay, question number 6. Who, in your opinion, is the best face in history? Easy, Rey Mysterio. I just think that this was because I have no idea how you could turn him into a heel, besides the 2 times in wrestling games where you can. And plus, I don't think I ever heard any bad stories about Rey Mysterio. So I think he's a really cool guy in real life too. So yeah, I think he's the best face in history. Now, time for the opposite. Who, in your opinion, is the best hero in history? Now, this is only my opinion. There were a lot of great heroes as well as a lot of great faces, but my favorite hero of all time was Edge. Man, he really made me hate him when I was a kid. I despised him so much when I was that age. I would imagine myself being here for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm not kidding. But now that I'm older, I had finally got to a point where I liked him, and now I respect Adam Copeland. But yeah, I think he was one of my favorite heroes of all time. Number 8. Who, in my opinion, is the most overrated wrestler in history? Easy, Hulk Hogan. Old looks and muscles, zero talent. The only thing I liked about him was the NWO and the fact that he got me into Jimi Hendrix's Voodoo Child. And I guess his theme was actually pretty kick-ass, but otherwise, the only reason why he is as big as he is, well, he was big. Muscular. I had a unique voice, brother, and, I don't know how to wrestle well, brother. I always put myself over, brother. Even though it makes sense for the others, I let me put over, brother. But yeah. I think Bret Hart sorry. I thought what Bret Hart once said, the only thing that Hulk Hogan knows how to make is Hulk Hogan. And I agree with that. I mean, again, Hogan always battles everyone and tries to make himself look like the heel. As well as almost killed TNA at Impact Wrestling at one time. So yeah, Hulk is the most overrated wrestler in my opinion. Now, the opposite of that, who is the most underrated wrestler in history? I think even though he is a legend, I would have to give this to Jake the Snake Roberts. No. I know people would probably expect me to say Roddy Piper. Well, even though Roddy Piper never won the World Championship, I think he did main event some WrestleManias and stuff, so I think he's slightly less underrated. But back to the point. In my opinion, if Jake was the one who beat Hulk back in the day, instead of Hulk Hogan crying, I think he would have been one of the best heroes in wrestling history. I mean, as well as one of the greats. I mean, he made the fucking DDT for crying out loud. Okay, so that's my opinion. I think Jake the Snake Roberts is one of the most underrated wrestlers of all time. Especially his promo work where he just acts. He talks so slow and maniacal. And you can actually believe everything he says. But okay, back to the questions. Question number 10. Who, in my opinion, is the best core wrestler today? No, that is fucking hard. I mean, you can make a case for about anybody. I think in the past, AJ Young and Basic Corner got basically tied, but I think I would be a dumbass if I didn't say it wasn't like Jamal Bedlam, because how many championships has he won? And I think Jamal's basically become one of the gatekeepers, not only in the VWU, but also the car in general. And that's a spoiler why I made Jamal win one of the Rumbles, because I want to keep that momentum up for him. Now, number 11, best face core wrestler in history. I think I'll have to give this to George Blackhouse. I would also say Ethan Adams comes very close, but I'm going to give it to John because he's been in many, many more feds than Ava. Don't get me wrong, I know John can play a good heel. One of my favorite storylines in core history to watch was him and Jay cracking his COH and how Jay corrupted John until John then understood, well, no, wait, he's using me. And he fought out of it and beat Jay for the belt. Again, one of the best storylines I've seen because both John and Jay cleared. So, yeah. I know John could play a good heel too, but again, everybody likes John, including yours truly. And I think right now, he's carrying it. I think 2021 has become John Blackhouse's year. I think he's going to carry it on. So yeah, he's my favorite face in core. Now, time for the opposite. Best heel core wrestler in history. Okay, no question. There's a lot of great heels in core. I think a little bit too many because I think everybody's trying to be a heel wrestler in core. But if there's one man who I think know has it and knows how to work as a heel, it would be Ben Hopkins. I mean, man, he is a great heel. A perfect example of this was when he lost to Brandon Wolf for the Light Heavyweight Championship in AWF, and then he kept posting that Brandon Wolf cheered and cheered and cheered and cheered and cheered. And how he joined forces with both the Doctor's Order and the Ministry of Greatness, and a lot more. However, something I do respect is that in recent times, Ben has been trying to be a good face too. And he's not that bad. Because, again, in my opinion though, you could be a great face, you could be a great heel, but to be a phenomenal wrestler, you have to be a good face and a heel. And I think Ben Hopkins understands that too. And that's why he's been pretty good. I mean, also, hey, him, Steven, aka The Patriot, aka Macrazy, as well as Sean O'Connor, made a flipping who is the guy in the checking suit work. How can you make that work? Yeah, it did work. So yeah, I think Ben Hopkins was the best heel in core wrestling, and I just realized the best face in core wrestling is taking on the best heel in core wrestling at core stars, huh? But back to the point. Okay, question number 14. Who is, in my opinion, the most overrated core wrestler in history? Okay, I'm gonna have to be real with all of you right now. And I might get some hate. But I know people actually like this character and stuff, but I do think that Sly Cooper might be a little bit too overweight in core. I mean, non-UWL. I like it. I like Sly in UWL and stuff, but I just think his scale is a little bit ridiculous. He's out. He's a world champion outside of core, as well as the VW world champion. I mean, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of that, but I don't think I'll put Sly in this category because people actually like him. Unlike some other cunts, aka people from the Fireverse. Okay, I didn't say that right. But you know who I mean, the likes of Smokey, Daddy Jackpot, blah 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 blah. I feel like all those guys are overrated. Especially Smokey. I feel like Smokey's like the Hulk Hogan of core wrestling. I'm not being as fan of that guy. So yeah, even though I don't like the whole Sly Cooper super push in core, again, I would rather have Sly Cooper be the world champion or over core wrestling than have Smokey even win one belt, or even Stefan Gorell, who basically I feel like is the man who killed COH. But yeah, I'd be kind of active right now. So yeah, time to change the subject. Now, question number 14. Who, in my opinion, is the most underrated core wrestler in history? Okay, this is gonna be a little bit tough. But okay, this might be an although this might be a stupid answer, but it might be true. But I wouldn't say this guy's underrated, but I feel like because in the core fed that he is a part of, he is like a multiple time world champion. But I'm gonna say maybe Austin Jew has. But okay, back to why I think that way is okay. Austin Jew actually has this really cool Mad King gimmick, but he's usually stays in some small core companies. But I feel like if Austin got out there and went to other core companies again, I'm saying again because I know he did this in the past. With that Mad King gimmick, he could be pretty big, like even bigger. Now, I'm not gonna say he should because I know he did in the past, and well, I don't know what was going on there, but I feel like again, I feel like if he actually did go out of the other core promotions again with this Mad King character, he could be pretty big. But that's his decision, and even though I don't mean to do this, I always kind of butt heads. Well, accidentally make myself look like an alien, and Austin's let me have it a few times, but even though I didn't mean it, but yeah, well, I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I know people I think are underrated. I think one of his friends, Max Moore, is pretty underrated as well. I wouldn't mind him seeing going out core promotions. But I think somebody that I think everybody needs to look out for is I wouldn't say he's underrated, but I think somebody I actually like right now is TJ Nicholson in AWF. I think he can be pretty big in the future. But yeah, whatever. And now with question number 15, we've gone to the first ever question that has nothing to do with core wrestling right now. Don't worry, I'll get more core wrestling questions done right now soon, but I just want to mix things up. Now, 15 is, as you probably know, I'm the author of a story called Soul Warrior X. So I put in here, give a brief summary from Soul Warrior X. And well, basically, it's an anime kind of like Dragon Ball, but it's also got some mixed things where like Yu Yu Hakusho, Ruby, Kingdom Hearts, and I like to think it's kind of unique. It's basically like these two, like I know I said two. Like again, these two teens, Lance Warrior and Sheldon Lovehard, who have their siblings go to the school, but it's not a normal school. And well, some crazy things happen, especially something that makes Lance and Sheldon have this bond, unlike an unbreakable bond. I can't go into too much details because spoilers, but yeah, I feel like it's a mix between you can get some really cool, funny comedy moments, some action moments, but also some dark and serious moments. So, yeah, keep an eye out for that. Now, number 16. Oh, why did I put this question up here? It's, favorite Ruby character. I don't... crap, I didn't really think this one through. Well, I actually don't mind the old Ruby's characters. Well, it's sad one, but I'll get to that later. But Why did I put this question up? Oh, I think I know why. It's to do the next question. But, okay, I'm not gonna skip or anything, so, I'm just gonna say Quo because I like his character a lot. As well as I'm trying to get out the alcohol and also the funny 19 he got. Okay, number 17. My voice. Number 17. Now, it's my least would-be favorite character. Now, I wouldn't say I hate her because I know she's a hero. I just hate I know she's a bad guy, but and you're supposed to hate her. But I just have a problem with Sendo's character now, especially after Volume 8. I mean, see her. I am a little bit annoyed because, again, they somehow brought an character, Penny, back to life. Two episodes later, they killed her off using Sender, and Sender's character arc wasn't actually the best in that show because basically she's been going like, oh, I want power, have sympathy for me because I got shot when I was a kid. But as well as the fact that there are some flaws in her backstory because why didn't her teacher decide, oh, you know what, I might as well just, this child is suffering from this, family, so why don't I just take her and train her to make sure she becomes a better person. And I mean, don't mean take her and train her at the place, I mean, basically, well, okay, maybe kind of kidnap, but I think Sender would want to go, but ugh. And then, I don't have a problem with Sender winning at the end. Because I think in stories, you're gonna have to make the bad guy win sometimes to put more tension. I'm interested in where Volume 9 is going, but I'm not the biggest fan of Sender's character. Ugh. Okay, but it's time for question number 15. No, not 15, 18. Who's my favorite hero of all time? Well, I'm gonna say this. I got a lot of favorite super fan heroes and stuff, but I think, and I know this might be a generic answer, I think my favorite hero of all time is Spider-Man, because not only do I actually find him funny with his quips, but I do know the real reason why he's like that. He does it because he's worried in the situation and tries to make light of it. And also, I think, even though there are some heroes who actually are more tragic, Batman, but I do think Spider-Man's the most relatable superhero of all time, because he's got real life problems and stuff, but he fights through them just to make things right, and that's something I respect, even though I do like a lot of other heroes. Now, number 19, favorite villain in history. I've got two. One of them is Doctor Doom. I mean, I just really like Doctor Doom because of his design and stuff, and also he's a master of both science and magic. I think that's really, really cool, and also all the abilities he has. But I think the second villain I have, my second favorite villain of all time, might be a little bit more. I know this might be a little bit controversial because technically this villain is more than one. It's Xehanort from Kingdom Hearts, because people have made the joke that Kingdom Hearts is so like complicated. I think Xehanort's the reason because of everything he's done. And I know in the background there's the Master of Masters looking in the shadows, but Xehanort basically fucked up the Kingdom Hearts timeline because of everything he's done. And also, I love the fact that even now that he's dead, we're still learning things about Xehanort and his past. As well as the fact that, spoilers for Union Claws, he's kind of the player from Union Claws, which I feel like is a very funny twist. Okay, well, with that out of the way, it's time for question number 20. Oh man, this is taking forever. But it's my favorite Kingdom Hearts level. Yet again, I have no idea why I put this up. Because I love all the Kingdom Hearts levels. But, I'm gonna say this just for the sake of it. I think it may be... like Radiant Gold. Well, okay, I say Radiant Gold, but I think Whole Bastion and Kingdom Hearts 1. I mean, that place was just eerie. And it was like... Oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't whistle, but you know what I mean? It has that atmosphere. Like, you don't know where things are gonna go, and also everything that happens there, I don't wanna, like, say everything that happens. But, fuck. Because a lot of shit happens there, and don't get me started on what happens in Kingdom Hearts 2, too. As well as Bebop by Sleep, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay, number 21. Least favorite Kingdom Hearts level. Atlantica. Kingdom Hearts 2. Moving on. Okay, question number 22. Favorite Spiral level. Oh, that's Sephiroth. I just really like... I really like Sephiroth because of the very open space. And also the military part, the war between the Lamplovers and the... Excuse me, I just have a couple there, but... Please spoilers. I really like that storyline. I do like, what was that level name again? Bleach Harbor? Yeah, I like Bleach Harbor too. But, yeah, moving on, question number 23. Least favorite Spiral level. Even though I do like this level because it's got Scorch elements in it, I'm gonna have to give it to Fight Your Hells because Alchemist. Moving on. Okay, number 24. Favorite Spiral character. I like all the Spiral characters, but I think I'm gonna have to give it to the main character himself, Spiral. I'm a sucker for dragons. And also, how Spiral looks, how he talks. He's voiced by Tom Kenny, the same voice actor as SpongeBob, which is pretty funny. But, yeah, Spiral is my favorite Spiral character. Again, moving on. Now, least favorite Spiral character. Moneybags. Moving on. Even though I will say this, I do actually like how in the Reunited trilogy, they kind of like mix the two personalities of Moneybags with his British talk, yet you can tell there's arrogance there. Yeah, just made me feel so good when I played Spiral and I beat the shit out of that bear. But okay, back to the list. It's time for question number 26. Favorite Dragon Ball good guy? Oh, okay, that's easy. That's Gohan from the Saiyan Saga all the way to the Cell Saga. Granted, I still like Gohan post the Cell Saga, but not as much. And because I really like that story of Gohan going like through this very weak boy all the way to he's after defeating Cell, he becomes like the strongest. I really like that character act, and also like how Goku passed the torch to him. Goku comes close as well, even though Dragon Ball Super kind of made him a little bit dumb. And again, another character that feel like comes close is Vegeta, even though Vegeta kind of acts like a dick. Okay, now back to the last question, number 27. Favorite Dragon Ball antagonist? Oh. That's easy. That's way easy. Now, granted, I do love all the Dragon Ball antagonists to a degree, except Gorden Jr. or something like that. Boo has to be one of the most funniest villains I've ever seen. Frieza has to be the most important villain. Zamasu, I really liked his character where he was like. Then I feel like Zamasu has to be the most complicated villain in terms of goals. Mo has to be the most evil, but the most. Well, it wasn't basic. Yeah, basic, that's what I mean. But, and there are a lot more antagonists like villains, but I'm gonna have to go with, well, as terms of elimination, it's, Cell. I love everything about Cell. I love how he got his power, his look, because I'm a sucker for green, as you can tell, his personalities, even though personally I'm not the biggest fan of his second form, but whatever, it is his job. The fact that he's like this combination of everything from the past, and that's what everybody is facing in the future. So yeah, Cell's my favorite Dragon Ball antagonist. You know, maybe I should have actually made it like favorite villains of history, make him number 3, but whatever. I've always said. Okay, question number 28. Most underrated shows in your opinion? Well, I feel like this show's a couple of shows that I feel like are underrated. There's this cartoon called Legend of the Dragon. Granted, I feel like it's got a lot of bad voice acting sometimes. I mean, some voices are like nails on a chalkboard, but I really like the storyline between the two main characters, Aina and Lane. Basically, one of the twins were basically annoyed that one of the two twins, Lane, was annoyed that her brother Ain got like the golden dragon powers, and they have this like feud between them. But then it like before the season finale, Lane realizes, oh no, I'm wrong about this, and I should try to help, and then she becomes a golden dragon too, which is pretty cool. Another show that I feel like is underrated is Murder Princess, because it tells the story of like this princess, Lita Forland, who ended up accidentally body switching with this bounty hunter called Foles, and so Foles had to Flawless had to battle for the kingdom. And I feel like a lot of the underrated shows that I should mention here appear on my core show GEW, except one that is this like show that I really like right now. The Stranger has a lot in common with my story. It's called Buddy the Mighty Decode. And I feel like that has to be one of the most underrated shows too, because I feel like everybody did a good job there. But okay, moving on. Number 29, and I should have put this in the last one too, is my least favorite Dragon Ball character, Garlic Jr. Okay, moving on. Okay, number 30. Thoughts on your storyline? Okay, we're going back to the core questions. Okay, thoughts on your storylines in CCWO. Also, why has your character been playing mind games over there? Oh yeah, well, it's basically because, you know how people basically making GMR a little bit crazy over in CCWO because, you know how people usually say that Canada's like bizarre world, so I wanted GMR to reference that. I feel like I'm being pretty good right now with the CCWO character storylines, but even though I don't know where Steven Stefanski went, or that was Stefanski, I can't remember his name. But I hope he wasn't upset because I flashed and I went over. I really hope everybody's okay with that. As for like the light heavyweight championship storyline, I was the one who actually suggested, hey, can I just get involved in this whole feud between Scott McShannon and Jeremy Thompson for the light heavyweight championship? And John O'Connor was good about it, but I did not have the idea to steal the belt. But again, I got some things planned for CCW when it comes to my calendar that I brought to Sean, so yeah, keep an eye out for that. Okay, small break over, and let's get back to the okay, in case anybody was wondering what that was my brother. It's okay. Yeah, it's basically just for a joke and stuff. But let's get back to this. Back to the podcast, and we're going to go for chapter 31. No, not chapter 31. What am I talking about? Question 31. Thoughts on my storyline with Goku Black and OCBF. Okay, now I'm just gonna say this right now. My first few years as part of OCBF, even though I did find it really, even though I did actually really was really happy about being a part of it, I was a little bit. I feel like I was a little bit ego driven there. Yeah, it caused a lot of problems, and that's because I kept on ranting, and I feel like I overreacted. But yeah, I feel like I kind of like matured. The being and OCBF, and I'm a bit of a person right now, and I feel like. But okay, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because that kind of led into the storyline of Goku Black, aka Zamasu, because I actually wanted that to be because my character GMR was getting a lot of hate, and I wanted to actually make it that it was getting to him, and then Goku Black in the background was like trusting him and trying to make him his disciple. And Goku and GMR like accepted it, and then extinction was made, and then it just led to these like. At first, the storyline was telling like GMR was accepting Goku Black as his master and stuff, but then as time went on, Goku Black started treating GMR less and less than a being. I kept on just referring to him as disciple. Until GMR finally broke out, and then we had this feud. And I feel like, okay, for the most part, it was basically mostly my idea, and I'm grateful for Barry for doing this, the storyline. Because I feel like it actually saved my character a little bit. And I feel like I've gotten a lot more better as a person, because I feel like it kind of represents me growing as a person, because at the beginning of that Goku Black storyline, I was egotistical, and I thought that I was being held down. Man, I hate feeling like this, but after the Goku Black storyline, I've become a better person in OCBF, and I think it showed in my next question. Question 32. Why and what made you have the idea for the SCC in OCBF? Now, in case anybody is wondering what the SCC is, the SCC is basically a stable of Scottish wrestlers in OCBF that feature Mike Howard, GMR, William Wallace, Drew McIntyre, and Morgan Angsland. And I knew, the idea was, I knew I wanted to do another stable when I go out, because I had the stable before, and it was Rules of Nature, and even though I'm grateful for everybody who actually was happy being part of it, I didn't like it at the end of the day, because I felt like it was a whip-off of, I feel like, I didn't mean it, but I feel like it was a whip-off of the main stable desecration in OCBF at the time, and I did feel really bad about it. But I knew I wanted to make it stable to make up for that. And I was thinking, I don't know why, but I think I was looking at something Scottish, and I was thinking, why don't I make it Scottish stable? And I think it's pretty cool. I think that stable, the SCC, is pretty cool because you have this original character in GMR. You have a real life wrestler in Drew McIntyre. You have somebody who is based on a historical figure in William Wallace, and you have somebody who was made in video games, as in Morgan Angsland. I feel like that's perfect, and it's not going to lead to Drew McIntyre betraying everybody. And okay, in case anybody's wondering why I said that, for some reason Brian Douglas keeps on going on about. Okay, again, I don't hate Brian Douglas, but I don't understand why he's been saying that. I mean, SEC is basically my idea, and Barry's allowing it, and I'm grateful for him again. So, if somebody was going to backstab the stable, it would be mine or Barry's idea, and not somebody's undeserved hatred for somebody in the stable. No offense, Brian. But, yeah, again, I think the Scottish Cross Clan, which is basically what the SEC is a really cool stable, and I hope to carry it on. Okay, next. 43. Why did you pick Godsmack Shine Down as your theme? Well, basically, I feel like now I know this might come as a shock, but I think my early description as GMR and COH, is basically kind of like Jay Briscoe, but I wanted to be different as well, and yet kind of the same. So I kind of used that intro bit where Jay Briscoe's theme goes "Reach for the sky, boy," and look for a theme that actually suits, that actually fits, and that's when Godsmack Shine Down comes in your head. Don't note to self. Note to everyone, I am planning on remaking GMR a little bit, so he's gonna have a new theme soon. But I'll let everybody know. Okay, question number 34. Thoughts on your run as OCBF Light Heavyweight Champion? Well, again, not much to say right now, but I really enjoy being GMR is basically the first ever OCBF Light Heavyweight Champion. I'm grateful for Barry for giving me the opportunity for that. I do admit I want to like reach higher in OCBFS 2 because but again I'm grateful for that. I also want to like as the character want to like elevate it higher to be even better. As well as my character and also the opponents. And that's why GMR actually had the idea of, oh, why don't I challenge for world champions from this belt? So yeah, that's the case. And I don't know how long I noticed that GMR held the championship for over like 700 days, but I don't know how long GMR still gonna get that belt, keep that belt. But I'm gonna try and make it work as my character board. Okay, number 35. It's an out of core universe related, but I'm gonna try and get back to it very, very quickly. But it's my thoughts on the MCU, aka the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I feel like it's really the MCU is a brilliant idea. Like you have like these movies that share a universe, and they all cross over. It's pretty awesome. I mean, I feel like it's one of the only things that I actually like about Disney right now. Granted, note, I'm not the biggest fan of Disney. Yeah, sure, core. The major Kingdom Hearts fan is not a biggest fan of Disney. Okay, I think Kingdom Hearts basically is the second bit. Well, I think it's number one, and MCU comes number two. I also feel like if you put like Infinity War and Endgame as the same movie, I feel like that could be my favorite movie of all time because I love that story. Besides the Two Towers, Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers, I love that movie too. But yeah, I do feel like the MCU is really, really awesome. I'm looking forward to the future of it. Okay, now 36. We're going back to the core. It's my thoughts on the VWU. Okay, catch. Copy what I said about the MCU, but put it to VWU, aka Virtual Wrestling United, and you get my thoughts again. I love the fact that these core companies are working together, as well as these events. But okay, personally, I feel like the event in core wrestling, without question, and this is no disrespect to VW, I feel like the event, like the biggest event in core wrestling, is Core All Stars. Even though I do really like the VW. But again, I love how all these core events are working together, and you just put them all together, as well as these core events. I keep saying core events over and over again. Sorry. And you just like get these crossover events, and I hope in the future I get more involved in it. But I'm happy with right now, doing my own thing. But if the VWU have an opening in the future, I wouldn't mind joining. Just say. Okay, question number 47. It's thoughts on WWE. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. WWE, I'm not the biggest WWE fan anymore. I don't watch any of the programs, even though I do keep tabs on what's going on. Online, I've been reading results and stuff. Which is kind of sad. I was the biggest when I was a kid. I was the biggest fan of WWE and stuff. But now I'm learning more about some of the backstage things. And don't get me wrong, WWE still has some awesome things going on. I mean, Roman Reigns' storylines are really, really good. But I feel like everything that CM Punk said in that pipe bomb over 10 years ago came true, and also all the repeated matches as well as the bad booking. I'm not the biggest fan of it anymore. Especially that they broke up the Hurt Business earlier this year. Why? I still don't get it. But anyway, yeah, back to the point. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of WWE right now. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know if I'll be again. I'll still possibly buy the games if the AEW game isn't awesome, but I just don't want to support this company anymore. I still read the results because I respect the wrestlers, but no, just no. Now, on the other hand, question for 38, what are my thoughts on AEW? Take everything I said about WWE and flip it upside down because I love AEW. Granted, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, it's perfect, because no, AEW is not perfect. I mean, sometimes the quality goes a little bit meh, even though I do forget Jim Walsh was saying WWE Dynamite, but because it's an easy mistake to make when you're working for that one company for all those times, for all those years. So I don't blame Jim Walsh for that. I do think even though it's picking up now, I think it had a really bad female roster, and also that whole Matt Hardy scare over here, and they kept the match going. They shouldn't have done that. But everything else, I fucking love. I love all the wrestlers in AEW. I love being the Elite. I do love the Elite. This whole Kenny Omega storyline of him being the belt collector, and also the eventual match between him and Hangman Page will be an amazing payoff. The tag teams, the stables, all the storylines, all the connections. Man, I love AEW. Granted, again, I feel like there's one thing that I think AEW needs, and that is to try and make out the big show be a big show. Because I don't think everything that I watch out, I feel like it doesn't feel like a big show. Well, like the booking. But the match quality and the booking besides that are just, I'm speechless because I love it so much. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the next question. 39. The best death infection in your opinion. Why did I put this up? Why? Why did I put that up? I don't even know what. I don't even have anything in my head. There's so many good deaths and well, I'm telling you, I'm not going to pick a Dragon Ball one because people can just be a 5% unless your name's Android 16. Fuck, I'm just saying all the Game of Thrones deaths because you do feel for the characters and stuff. Okay, number 40. Wow, so long and now I'm finally at number 40. Okay. Favorite YouTuber of all time. Now again, there are so many awesome YouTubers out there. Especially the Dragon Ball ones, like Team 4-Star, Marsico X and his what ifs. Countdowns like George Scorcher and the Fiery, aka the Fiery Joker. I was a big fan of Motion back in the day, but there is one YouTuber I'm always gonna respect. Because I know he'll never backstab anybody. I know from stories, he's always got everybody's back. And that guy is Geekdom 101. I'm always going to respect Geekdom 101 because I feel like he knows things. He looks up things. Just like another YouTuber called HMK who looks up all the information before he does videos. Again, I know Geetum would never bullshit people. He always tries to get the right information. That's why I respect him so much, and I always look forward to watching his videos. So, yeah, I feel like Geetum's my favorite YouTuber. Okay, number 41. Thoughts on GTS Graham's Toy Show. Oh, man. I'm up in two minds about this. Because, on the one hand, I really like Graham's Toy Show because I'm talking about the wrestling program. I love all these characters that appear in them. I mean, I feel like Jungle Jam and Goldstein are really good heels. I always kind of like laughing and stuff. And also some of these actually cool, awesome characters as well, like Tony Genie and also his wife. And also I like all and stuff. And, okay, don't get me wrong, I like Graham too, but the problem is, I feel like Graham's overbooking himself. Like, he's always there, and all these catchphrases he kind of steals from WWE stars just makes me cringe and stuff, and I'm like, ugh. So, yeah, I think you could put Graham as kind of like a part of that overrated group, but I still like him, but wish he just doesn't put himself over younger talent as often. Okay. Now, question number 42. Thoughts on wrestling YouTubers, aka Cultaholic, Wrestling with Regret, Wrestle Talk, and World Culture Wrestling. I'm gonna keep in this mind. Keep in this mind. What am I talking about? Okay. You should know from GEW. I use the Cultaholic guys, so you can tell I really like them because again they don't backstab. I don't feel like they would backstab each other. And it's always kind of funny and stuff. Wrestling with Regret, always gotta respect Brian Sane, because he knows the business, and also all the reviews and stuff he's done. I like the Wrestle Talk guys, and all the quality they've done, but also when something serious happens, they've always they always try and be serious about it. So yeah, there's that. World Culture Wrestling, the only person I actually listen to is Simon Miller. Because I just can't, no offense, but I just can't stand the other guys. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the wrestling YouTubers. Also, I want to shout out Lover Up Down Down, even though I'm not a big fan of WWE right now. Ugh. Okay, for some gaming YouTubers. Okay, this is question number 43, by the way. Oh, man. I'm not even halfway through. Like I mentioned before, the Fiery Chokers are really good countdown. I'm also a big fan of the Green Scorpion. The Coral guys are a good one. Benjamin Mag... fuck. I can't say his second name. It's the guy who was Maverick Hunter or something. So yeah, there's a lot of game YouTubers that I actually really like. So also a big shout out to the Runaway guys and also everything they've done for charity. So yeah, awesome. Okay, this next one might be out of place. Question 44. Thoughts on OCBF? Easily I feel like Barry and OCBF are really underrated because of all the work he's done. Now, question: Barry would tell you this himself. He is a little bit lazy sometimes because he makes jokes about it when he's Deadpool. But again, he's also really hardworking, and also I feel like the Crusade that he made, the heel stable of the Crusade that he made, that is a very good heel stable because they were like bad guys who were thinking they were the good guys. And also, Barry always tries to lessen. And I'm just gonna say this right now: if I can put Barry as an animal, and I know he probably be wondering why I'm putting him as an animal. If I could describe Barry as an animal, it would be an elephant because he never forgets. He always tries to do the things that people ask of him, and that's something that I always respect. So I hope in the future he gets more recognition that he deserves. Okay, now we got 4 questions about Total Drama. I really should have swapped this out because after this is gonna be like a major bash of a lot of core promotions. Why didn't I put OCBF on that one? Again, sorry, Barry. But back to the case. Question 45 is the first Total Drama question. Favorite Total Drama season? Easily Island. Even though I did actually like Action and World Tour, I feel like Island had the right idea, and every character actually had an act had it really good. So yeah, Total Drama Island, my favorite Total Drama season of all time. Okay, 46. Favorite Total Drama character? Easily Owen. I love that guy. It always makes me laugh. But I think if you talk about characters that have development, I think Gwen, but again, nobody's gonna be Owen. Okay, 47. Least favorite Total Drama character? Dave. I had to vex him in GW by making him Dave Boruto. That's why. And least favorite Total Drama season? I know this is the most easiest to say. Total Drama All Stars. Just I don't mind Mao. It's just how they did all the other characters, especially Lindsay. Hashtag justice for Lindsay. And also, it did make me feel really bad for Courtney at the end. Again, Courtney's one of the most weird mixed characters for me. But yeah, anyway. Okay, now we're just gonna go to all these core fairs that I should have put OCBF in. Then I'm gonna try and, even though there's still a lot of core fairs to do, even though there's still a lot of questions, I'm gonna try and watch these ones. Okay, question 49. Thoughts on DCA? I don't know why, but I wasn't actually paying them much attention until recently. I finally got into it, and I'm sorry for D-Wall for that. I wanted to get into DCA as soon as possible, but and watch it, but I don't know. I feel like there were just things that got in the way, but from what I've seen, great show. I really like the booking. Okay, question, finally number 50. We're halfway through, ladies and gentlemen. Thoughts on Madhouse, aka New Dawn Pro CMC Extra. Now, I don't want anybody to be offended by this, but I think Madhouse may be my favorite core shows to watch because I always love. I mean, it's simple, simple storytelling and stuff, but I always love seeing all these shows and the comedy and how they play with each other and stuff. And again, I really want to join Madhouse, but I feel like I mentioned this to Adam before that I want to join the comedy there, but He says he's trying to find the right show for me, and also the fact that I'm doing the Patterson Rumble Cup right now, I might not have a lot of time, so yeah. Hopefully in the future I get to join commentary, even though I won't be able to commentate with. I'll get to him in a moment, but still. Okay, next question: thoughts on UWL? Now, again, I mentioned before, I feel like this whole Sly Cooper super push thing is a little bit ridiculous, but that's just me. But otherwise, I feel like UWL has really, really booked well. I love the stories he came up with. I love these characters like he created, like Jeremy Paisley, Bobby Idol, Claudio, and what he's done with Wadheads and that stuff. So yeah, I respect Jeremy. I just don't get the whole Sly Cooper super push thing. But hey, it's his core promotion. I'm not gonna like say, oh, you should get rid of Sly Cooper because I don't like him. I mean, seriously, who would do that? And besides, I like Sly anyway. And I don't mind him in UWL. I just don't. I think it's a little bit weird that he's the VW World Champion. But Jeremy, don't. I hope you're not too offended by that. It's just my opinion, and I hope you keep up the good work. Okay, question 52. Thoughts on Bizarre ICCW? I'll admit, I was shocked when this guy brought ICCW back. And I don't know much about it, but yeah, I've been enjoying it so far. And it's kind of like a nostalgic horror fed. Like, I think the booking's kind of like what you've done, like the Big Four done in the past, like the Big Four being SAW, SMF, UWO, and DCA. No, wait, not DCA. DWA. Excuse me. So, and get it kind of works, but, yeah. There's that. Okay, number 53. Boston ACL. Again, I like it, but, okay, granted, I feel like, Chloe kind of, repeats herself sometimes in commentary, so the commentary's not actually, I feel like the commentary's not actually that good from her, but I'm one to talk because I mess up on commentary too. And even though I do feel like, I don't think it's one Chloe, I do feel like some of the storylines may be a little bit washed slightly, but at the same time, overall I like her show, and I'm going to respect it because she gets her programs out really, really fast, and that's something I respect. And also, I really like the booking of this whole spiral thing. So yeah, Chloe has my respect on this show, and I'm still a big fan of it. Okay, question 54. Thoughts on SAW. Okay, again, like I mentioned, like I think everybody mentioned before, I feel like the heyday for SAW has long passed, and I still like SAW, but I don't think I like it as much as I did in the past. But it's not only for me, so if people still enjoy it and still think SAW is one of the best programs ever, that's fine by me. And again, I still like SAW, even though how long it's been going on for. And I feel like a legend like Lone Star has the right to say when he wants to end SAW. So if he wants to keep it going for 10 more years, I'm not going to stop him. I'm always going to respect him. So yeah, there's that. Okay, question 55. For some 3DB. That's unique, I think, but I don't know if I got a lot to say about 3DB. I think it was just alright. Don't whoever owns the company, don't come at me with pitchforks and torches. It's just my opinion. Okay, question 56. Thoughts on FCW. Sorry, John. Yeah, this is John Paco's week. again, there are some things that I do like some of the storylines there as well. I feel like it's a really cool way that he has Jade and Yugi being healed. That he uses the Supreme Cane Beam. Nice callback. The way he's booking Cody right now, I feel like he is like that one villain that you want to see go down. I like the way of Travis touchdown. I like how he's using. I like how George using his Stalker, as well as the Shaman Kane and Cody Loco guys. Even though I haven't watched those shows, maybe I should. And also Hugo. So yeah, I think John's doing pretty good in his league. Okay. Question number 57. Thoughts on RCCW, aka Wexy's league. No, I do actually respect that Wexy's trying to get all these cartoons in the past over. But okay, fine to say, but I still don't like it. And I do actually like some of the storylines he does in the shows, even though yeah, it's kind of a little bit. I feel like it is kind of like that whole Bullet Club bug that everybody has about making their own Bullet Club stable and Net Club. Really, okay, no, I shouldn't say that. Net Club is not actually a bad stable, but yeah, and also his booking of Lincoln Loud. I'm 50-50 on, but I've only watched a few programs and I do actually like RCCW, so I'm gonna keep up with it. Okay, 58. Thoughts on ECCW, aka RPG Chase Bed. Again, I think it's like I think RPGs actually were, in regards to like the camera angles and the storylines, he has actually one of the hard working ones because I feel like I cannot, and I repeat, not do highlight reel the same way that he and Sean Walsh does. I'm going to always give respect them for that. I'm going to try and put more highlight reels on my shows after the Patterson Rumble Cup, because there's no way I'm doing highlight reels on the Rumbles unless the final Rumbles before the winners hit. But yeah, again, RPG has my respect here for doing all that, and also the booking here. And also, ECCW does feel different for our promotions. Okay, next question. Question 59. Thoughts on CCL, aka Rest in Peace A Mac. Again, no offense to everybody, but I feel like CCL was like the promotion that means you made it big time if you are actually a car wrestler. And for the short time I've been on the show, I was grateful for it, and you heard how it still hurts, even though it's been like a few weeks, it still hurts. I still don't know what happened, but again, if he's looking down on me, and as well as all of us, I just want to again say thank you for the short time I've been in CCL, and whatever happens, I hope whatever is in CCL's future, if it continues after what happened, I'm definitely gonna. If it continues, I'm gonna watch it. But if it doesn't continue because of this very good reason, then yeah. But anyway, time to go to the next question, which is question number 60. I'm almost there. Okay, thoughts on SMF? aka Story Mode Federation, easily most funniest co-fed that I have ever watched. I mean, there wasn't any... I don't think there was any jokes in SMF that I didn't laugh to. Again, I miss Bob Walls, but again, I guess he wanted to... I think there was a point in time where he couldn't do SMF anymore, so with respect, I'm just gonna stand back from it. Okay, question number 61. Thoughts on DCW? There hasn't been that much DCW shows that I've actually watched and stuff, but I like the feel for it, and also I like how AJ Young put like the themes for every single time every single wrestler comes out on the screen, so people can actually look up the music. I always appreciate that. So hopefully I get to see more. Okay, question 62. Thoughts on ECF, aka Fresh League. I see more about that show, but yeah, again, I like the book, and also the I forgot. I think the world champion is Gorden X something. Oh no, I'm becoming that writer who didn't know Bobby Lashley's name. No. Okay. I can't. But I know that WrestleMania is coming up, so I'm looking forward to that show too, as well as watching it, and just watching it, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. Okay, question 63. Okay, I'm going, in case anybody's wondering, I'm just gonna go for these call league questions first. Then I'm going to take a break. Okay, question 63. Thoughts on ACW, aka Anime Championship Wrestling, and okay, gotta say, again, one of the best boot callings ever. I mean, I was a fan of the GSA storyline, and also the rise of Edward Elric as the Summer of Punk done wide. And also, I play Hayes Warder Smith. I'm curious about what he's doing in Impulse right now. When it comes to the My Hero Academia guys, as well as the whole Goten thing, as well as what he's doing with the women. So yeah, ACW is one of the best book leagues. Even though, okay, this could be controversial, but I think people might, the fans of some fans, I'm not saying all of them, some fans of ACW are taking a little bit too far, but with some of the storyline hate, but that's something on Hakeem, and I'm a major fan of Hakeem Johnson. I'm always going to respect him too. Okay, final question for this until I take a small break. Thoughts on AWF and Cold Stores, aka Sean Walsh's leagues. I'm just gonna say this again, like I mentioned before. Sean Walsh puts on a lot of work, and I'm always gonna respect him too. And I am like the GM of Uprising, and I'm enjoying my time so far in that job, as well as all the storylines, as well as the booking to Glory Days. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hoping one time in the one day in the future, I'm no longer like the GM of Uprising and can be a wrestler there, but that's that may be like the future. That might be in the future, but again, I like all the storylines going on with AEW right now. AWF. Crap, I called John Walsh League AWF. No, fuck. Sorry, Sean. I'm sorry if I'm actually being really, really confused right now. But as for Call Stars, I mentioned it before. I feel like Call Stars is the event for Call, where everybody in the VW and outside the VW come together and bring in a very good show. I really enjoy my storylines for Call Stars right now. Oh no, wait. Sorry, sneezed. And I've been a. I don't think I have a favorite match so far. Actually, maybe the 6-man lineup, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch Cole Stars this year and watch as the GMR, kick the ass of Luke Andrews and show that once and for all that Uprising is the S-Class show. Oh yeah, I'll counter. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna take a small break. Again, man, these are tough. Okay, back to this. We're gonna continue the last, and now we're gonna go to bunch of people of less about my characters and what more my inspiration were for them. Not counting GMR. Now, question 65. What was the idea for Monty? Well, the idea for Monty was, this big godlike being that beats the shit out of everybody, who pisses him off. Who is like OP. I'm not gonna lie, most of these characters me and my brother made, and my brother actually was the one who actually made the design for Monty. That was not mine. But do the voice of Monty, and as well as my brother. But yeah, that the voice that you hear in my shows, that was definitely Monty, and also Monty basically is that one character that symbolizes the Attitude Era and the character that you do not want to piss off, otherwise he's gonna kill you. I think, maybe kill is not the one idea. It's the one idea. Monty's more like the character that would eviscerate you until you're nothing. If you piss him off. So, do yourself a favor. If you walk down the street and you see Monty and he's pissed off at you, don't even try to run. Just accept it, because Monty's gonna end up killing you no matter what. He's always gonna catch you, and he's always gonna beat the shit out of you. Okay, question 66. What was your idea for Gia? Okay, well, basically, Gia is like a Triple H carrying character, but before anyone says anything, I did create the Gia character back at the same time as most of these characters. But yeah, he's basically like this submission expert and this hardcore expert at the same time. He's a multiple-time world champion, but at the same time, I'm saying at the same time more than one ways to leave out. He's also like that one commentator that you don't want to piss off too, as well. He would beat you up too, not as much as Monty, but yeah, she is basically like the voice of reason. Well, not voice of reason, more like a voice of pissed offness in the commentary table. Okay, and now question 67. What was the idea of Bluey? Basically, Bluey's basically this mostly like this straight commentary person who's the voice of reason, even though he isn't the biggest fan of the Cookie Monster because he's obsessed with cookies. But I also want to do this part where Bluey tries to make himself sound cool, and then she is like saying, "Stop trying to act cool," and then Bluey always ends up sad about it. But yeah. Again, Bluey's basically like design was basically kind of made my bro, but I kind of added to it, and I added some like Bret Hart slash Kaneko kind of attributes because that's two of Bluey's favorite wrestlers. And I forgot to mention this, but Gio's design was designed by me. So yeah, there's that. Okay, question 68. What was my idea for making PG Ramsey? Okay, again, most of these characters were basically made by me and James, well, by my bro. And Ramsey's basically based on like the WWE fanboy who thinks WWE can do no wrong, and we should all be PG and like every PG. But he always gets his ass handed to him at the end of the day. So yeah, he's basically there for comedy purposes. And before anyone says that, no, I'm not gonna get rid of him because he's annoying. Because that's the idea for him. He's supposed to be annoying. Okay, question 69. What was your idea for Ryan? Okay, well, Ryan's most likely the most complicated character ever because okay, I definitely made that attire for him. I definitely made that attire that he has. But Ryan's basically supposed to make fun of the gay stereotype, but he's not actually gay. He's just trying to be gay to act gay just to be attention. But it's nothing against gay people because I'm a fan of gay people. He's like this. Ryan's basically like this mix between Goldust, Deadpool, and Devil Ornament Sawborn. So yeah, it's supposed to be used for that purpose. It's only for comedy. It's nothing against gay people. It's 2021. Love who you want to love, and also I'm always going to respect people who actually like them and things. Well, like the opposite, the same gender or something, and they come out. I'm always going to respect them. So again, Bad US Lion's not supposed to make fun of that. It's only to make fun of the stereotype. Okay, next question number 70. I still got 40 more questions to do, but okay, what was the idea for Greedy? Yeah, Greedy just wants to eat anything. That's basically his idea. He's basically his poor Bill. Who thinks everything and everyone's his food. That's why he's got this mask so that he doesn't eat everybody. So yeah, question 71. What was your idea for MPT? Golf over. But he does have the voice of Ramsey. That's all I can say. Okay, question 72. What was your idea for Georgia Inferno? Well, again, everybody actually has this whole sister kind of thing. Well, bunch of other characters. I mean, Jamal's got Bell Bedlam. I know. Fuck, I forgot his name. But you know who I mean. The guy who calls himself the big dog and who's teaming up with Frankenstein, Batman Who Laughs, and Kenku and Madhouse. Yeah, him. I forgot his name. But also all the Cortezes and stuff. So I find Georgia Inferno has. Well, I'm glad I made Georgia before, which was GMK, before I learned about this. But yeah. I also want to call her Georgia Inferno because I want her to be her own character as well, but be like GMR's sister. So she's just trying to get to, strike her own path, find out who she is. And I think you'll catch that in the rest of the season. Okay, so next we've got question 73. What was my idea for Freighter, aka the brother of Undertaker and Kane? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When I was like a wee lad who just learned about core wrestling, I had this. I didn't mean to do this, but I always had this habit of stealing ideas. And sorry for that bang. I don't know what that was. But I call promotions and I watched the whole Bears being Undertaker and Kane's brother and wanted to make my own version of that storyline. So I made this character called Doom, who was both Undertaker and Kane's brother, who was a backup for Kane from Paul Bearer. But in the end, both Kane and Undertaker sent him to a fiery pit and he got burned and stuff. Then later, when I finally brought GW to YouTube, I wanted to reintroduce the character, but I know I had to change the name because Doom kind of sounds a little bit dumb unless you're Dr. Doom. So I looked up the web and I learned this word called Freighter, and I thought it was kind of cool. And I wanted to do this like cool yet tragic storyline where Freighter returns because he learned that it was Lord Asriel's doing that his house got burned and everything that happened to him. And then he searched and he tried to make him pay. He wanted to make Asriel pay. And he beat almost all the Eclipse members until he got to StarMania and he faced Asriel, but then Asriel showed his true power and flattened Freighter, and now he's a member of the Eclipse. So yeah, you'll see a lot of characters trying to get Freighter out of this mindset, as well as stop the Eclipse. So yeah, it's pretty tragic. But will Freighter be saved, or will he be a Brainwash slave for Asriel forever? You have to keep watching to find out. Okay, question 74. What was the idea for a big Walker? Okay, I based Walker on this like bear kind of teddy that I used to have, but his nose was off, so he kind of looked like a rhino. So it basically a mix between Big Show and Rhino. But this new character trait of him being the bodyguard of Millionaire Trunks was basically based on like Tyrus and hang on, guys. I can't say almost because Big Walker came before almost for AJ Styles. So yeah, there's that. Okay, question 75. What was the idea for Bigger Bastard? Yeah, again, all these characters were based on me and my brother, and we watched a lot of South Park and stuff, so I wanted to create a character that made Eric Corbin look like a saint, and that's Bigger Bastard. But again, like Ramsey, Bigger Bastard talks a big game, but at the end of the day, he gets screwed. No, he doesn't get screwed. He gets beaten up for his troubles. So yeah, again, for quality purposes. Okay, question 76. What was the idea for Asriel and the Eclipse members? Okay, Asriel, again, I think I based him on like Wanik from United, even though those guys are basically like money hogging assholes now. But I think I like evolved Asriel because he was originally called the Mad Titan. No, I mean the Mad Titan's Thanos, but then Asriel came into his own, and I made this cool backstory where basically he was like the merger of like 9,000 evil souls that Morty killed, that merged together to form this being that Morty then sealed in the Eclipse world. But then Asriel took over that dimension and came back thanks to Freezer. So yeah, guys, going Freezer. And now Asriel wants to take over all of core wrestling and make everybody his slaves. Or his brainwash slaves. So yeah, I want to put this storyline where into hardcore promotions if they have me and stuff. The Eclipse basically are this dark NWO kind of stable, like mixed between the NWO and the Ministry of Darkness. Jaguar, a member of the Eclipse, I wanted to make him like the son that hates his father, as well as Morton, who hates his father. So yeah, he's the perfect right hand and left hand for Azrael. And finally, when it comes to my characters, what was the idea for the 7-foot tower leader? Basically, I made I based her on Pyro from CCL. So again, rest in peace, Eddie. But I don't know what I got the idea for the juggle, but Alita was actually a part of the GWL NXT show, and I transferred her to the main roster. So yeah, Alita is kind of a monster in the stable. She's not human, even though she is human. She's technically not human. So yeah, there's that. Okay, now, with that out of the way, it's time to move on to more questions. I was on my counters. Question 78. Favorite stable and wrestling? Okay, I think even though I hate the big guy from it, I think the NWO are my favorite stable because I just feel like they're cool even though they end up carrying WCW. Okay, next we got 79, favorite stable and core wrestling. Again, a lot of cool stables in core wrestling. Fuck. I'm always going with shit. I don't know why I asked this question. I don't know why I asked. I don't know why I like to ask this question. I don't know why I asked this question. I don't know why I asked this question. I don't know why I asked this question. Fuck. There's a lot of good stables in core wrestling. You know, seeing this as an OCBF centric, I'm gonna just say Desecration because I like the idea of that stable. Even though Desecration no longer is in OCBF, and I feel like I should actually ask GMR to join that stable instead of trying to make ON and. Okay, question 8. Just got 20 more to do. Okay, favorite storyline you've been a part of? Like I mentioned before, I liked both the Patriot and Basic Quark storylines. I've been enjoying that. I've also liked the Bell from to Cold Stars for my storylines and stuff. So yeah, there's that. Question number 81. Least favorite storylines that you've been a part of? Okay, no offense. Jeffrey, if you're watching this, it's all the storylines to do with Strong Nation last week because I gotta be honest, I had no idea where I was going, which storyline was going and stuff. I think even that, the whole Derek Stefanski storyline in CCWO when I was facing him, because I have no idea where he went. I hope I didn't actually end up ending his career. I feel really bad if I did. Okay, next question, A2. What was the idea for the Patterson Rumble Cup? Well, as I mentioned before, I think it's basically a mix between New Legacy Angst Rumbles, because when I was watching New Legacy Angst Rumble Marathon, I was thinking, man, this would be really cool if somebody did a core version of this. As well as me being a fan of all the Rumbles that Adam Jackport's been doing in his beds. So, yeah, I just put that together. And also the fact that Pat Patterson died and I wanted to show respect to him. I feel like it was like the perfect opportunity. So I took it. And that's why the Patterson World Cup is a thing. Now, as for the next one, question 83. What was the idea for the Infinity Dragon games? Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I've got a bad habit of adding people to my roster and not taking them away. That my roster ended up being really big, so I thought, I might as well go all in with this and have this huge tournament in my core fed. Like the biggest core wrestling tournament ever, where we have characters from all around core and compete in it. But as well as having high stakes to end the storyline between GW plus the Eclipse. So that's basically season 9. I've decided to make season 8 the Patterson Rumble Cup. But exclusive, so yeah, there's that. So yeah, that's the Infinity Dragons. I also had the whole Dragon Balls and Infinity Stones being the prize for the tournament, just for fun. Okay, question 484. Still got a lot more questions to do, but thoughts on CCWO? Well, I do think CCWO is basically one of the most unique call feds because it doesn't really have pay-per-views. It has season finales, and if that's something that Sean O'Connor wants to do, that's fine. That's his fed. So, yeah. And I do really like CCWO because again, it's very unique and stuff. So yeah. I'm sorry. I feel like I've always said about all I want about CCWO, up there because when I was talking about my storylines in Canada, so yeah, I think I ran out of that. Okay, question 85. Favorite movie of all time? I feel like it's between Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, and Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame. Because I really like seeing storylines where you see people's different perspectives. Like, you see what this guy's doing, and then you see what this person's doing, and you see what this person's doing, and that's what Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers and Infinity War was doing. But Endgame, I'm gonna admit, I got spoiled on a lot of things, but it still made me cry when Iron Man died at the end, and you saw all those people at his funeral. I had a tear in my eye. I'm mad. I cried. Okay, 86. Favorite game of all time? Okay, might be a little bit controversial, but I'm going to Kingdom Hearts 3 because it's kind of like the Infinity War / Endgame of video games because you had this major storyline building up for years and 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 years, and then it all culminates. Even though there was some more questions, and I do feel like WeMind actually helped the game even more. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. That's why I like Kingdom Hearts 3. But an honorable mention goes to one of the most unique games in my idea that I feel like as an experience as well as Breath of the Wild, because you just again it feels like an experience over a game because you can just take your time with it. But again, my favorite is Kingdom Hearts 3. Okay, question 87. Thoughts on DWF? Again, DJ Webworth got me into core wrestling. I do wish I actually had more storylines with storyline with TGO like a lot of wrestlers had, but again, that was his decision, and I should have been more active about that. That my one for that. That's my fault. So yeah. Again, I'm glad. No matter how many times the DWF went out of business, I always had DJ Webber's back, and I'm always gonna have his back. Okay. Question 88. Thoughts on ECW Extreme Core Wrestling? Well, I mean, I wasn't watching Extreme Core Wrestling that over DWF, but from what I watched, I actually did enjoy the show too. And the commentator there is really, really funny too. And Mike goes, and I do like the show respect to ECW, like Extreme Championship Wrestling this way too. But me is all. Okay, chapter not chapter. Why am I saying chapter? I'm too used to being a writer. Question 89. Favorite Dragon Ball saga? Okay, again. I should have mentioned this when the whole when I came to my favorite Dragon Ball antagonist, but Frieza does come very, very close, but again, it's the Cell Saga. I love the Cell Saga because, okay, again, the timey-wimey stuff, like the whole time travel stuff, can, like, make you feel a little bit, make you wonder, lose control a little bit, but, I really like the storyline because you didn't know where the storyline was actually going. It's kind of like why I kind of like the whole Tournament of Power saga too, because you didn't know where the storyline was going. I mean, in like the Namek saga, you knew that the final fight was going to be Goku versus Frieza. But in the Cell saga, you didn't know that exactly because you had like Cell looking and had beef with everybody there. Then you make a case for anybody being the final opponent for him. And I really liked that the Super Saiyan wasn't actually like the way to defeat Cell. You had to like evolve that form. As well as all the antagonists that came, but though that might have been because of the storylines. Like the editors keep on asking Toriyama to keep changing the storyline. Like originally it was like supposed to be Android 19 and 20 that were the main antagonists. Then it was supposed to be Android 17 and 18. Then came Cell. And also I really like the message that it was like the past generation, this case being Goku, handing the Rise of Power to Gohan, who ended up beating Cell and taking Goku's spot as the main character of Dragon Ball. And then the Buu Saga showed up and ruined that. Okay, granted, I like the Buu Saga too, but still it kind of killed some of the momentum from the Cell Saga. But, yeah. The Cell Saga, and especially that Gohan's the one who actually beats Cell at the end. Okay, question 90. Thoughts in UCCW? It's okay, but there's some things I don't like about it. First off, I feel like the heels were being kind of like booked really, really badly. I mean, Phantom Blood's not actually that good of a stable, and also no offense to Matthew, but I can't stand the whole Sailor Moon super push and the streak stuff. I just again, I don't mind it, but meh. I don't mind the company in general, but I feel like UCCW is not one of the best co-feds right now, especially with some of the long breaks he takes. But that's kind of understandable because I know what it's like to make a long to work on one of those shows. Okay, question 91. Thoughts on Samoa Joe and Solita Vega going back to WWE? No, I feel like the whole Samoa Joe situation is kind of funny because I think Joe actually mentioned that the Hunter actually said to him a few minutes after going back to WWE. Well, after he got fired from WWE, George basically phoned him and said, "Oh, don't worry, Joe. I'll try to get you another job." And then Joe had to act like he wasn't gonna get a chance. And I actually do like Samoa Joe's war with NXT right now, so I don't mind him. As for Selena Vega, I was shocked, but I do feel a little bit betrayed that she took down the tweet that said she supports your station, but whatever. I can't understand it, and I'm not gonna bash her for it. Yeah, she can do what she does. If it comes back to bite her in the ass, that's okay. But she's a grown up. She's a grown woman, so she can actually choose to do what she wants. Okay. Question number 92. Why do you not appear in a lot of chats and some of the live streams and some of the call when there's a call fed show? Okay, well, like I mentioned before, I have this ad project called Soul Warrior X that I constantly add stories, and that takes up a lot of time. So that's why if you say there's a pay-per-view coming up for a call fed, and I'm not there, that's the reason why. And I mean the chat and live stream as the video goes. But if it's a mega event like Call Stars or something, or one of the company's big events, like the major events, I try to go there. Okay, question 93. Who let you down the most? Oh, man. Why did I write this down? Who let me down? By let down, I mean somebody who I looked up to that kind of spat on my face. I mean, there's a lot of people that actually let me down in the past. Like last year is a good example. I mean, Wade Gas and Travis Sportscast let me down with what they did. And I got trust. I feel really bad about Travis because I owe a lot to him in college. I wouldn't be in Facebook if not for him. But I'm just. It's just that. I don't know who let me down the most. But maybe one of those two. Because I talked to Travis and stuff. And Wade seemed like a nice guy before he bashed everybody. And you know what? I'm just going to move on. Okay. Question 94. Are you a sports fan? Am I a fan of football? Am I a fan of basketball? I say no! I am not a fan of them. Okay, no offense, guys. No offense. But I am not a football fan. Or any sports fan. I'm not a sports fan. So when somebody talks about somebody going my team beat your team and stuff, or somebody mentions something about their teams, I feel like I'm gonna want to nose because I have no idea what's going on. But at the same time, I do respect the sports have that history. It's just not my thing. Okay, question 95. Oh man, I'm finally almost over. Okay, most unpopular call opinion. Okay, I don't like wrestlers who just have tights and boots and stuff. I really respect people who actually have a quite of a title. Now, there are some call wrestlers who actually do have these wrestling tights and knee pads and elbow pads. That's it. But I always gotta respect people who actually like have those kind of a custom attires like my attire. But I just can't stand it when somebody actually does have some knee pads and boots and some tights, and elbow pads, and that's the only thing that they do. But granted, if that's what they want to do, that's fine. But I think that's a small problem I have with RCCW is they basically do that with some of the guys who don't usually have that. And I'm like, ugh. But then again, that's what Rocksteady wants to do, and that's fine. So yeah, I feel like that's my most unpopular opinion. Either that, or I agree with Sean Walsh when he says that some call promotions just want to like do long matches and not take in the value. I always try to like keep my matches under 20 minutes or something like that. Unless it's a major event like a Rumble or a War match. Especially a War match. Unless it's like the main event. Like the whole match between Monty and Marcus Pullman in the last SCAW-Mania. That was I think that went over 40 minutes. And then Cell came in and cashed in. So, yeah. Those are my two unpopular core opinions. Okay, question 96. Who do you think will beat Roman Reigns and Kenny Omega for the respective world championships? Okay, I hear that this guy's gonna be drafted to Raw, but I hope it's not the case because I would really love it if this guy was the guy who beat Roman Reigns. Big E. I think what he deserves, and it would be a very awesome storyline. As for Kenny Omega, come on. Everybody knows who they know are gonna probably beat Kenny Omega. Hangman Adam Page. He has to be the man to beat Kenny Omega for the belt. It would make sense. Okay, next question. What do you think of WWA, aka Headkids League? Okay, granted, like DCA, I didn't actually get into it that much but I was trying to get into it. But with all that being said, I feel like it's a really good show, and I really like this whole how Headkids do booking his characters like James Needham, and also this whole thing with Noah Joy Hansen's own stable there. But if there's one thing I hate about it, WWE, and don't James Needham, if you're hearing this, you don't have to change this. It's just clenching to me. It's like the Wayne announcing the whole. I mean, no offense, James. It sounds like you're talking into a pail when you do it, but I feel like it only clenches me. So if you actually like doing that, that's fine. I feel like that's kind of like I feel like that's the only thing I hate about your program, but anything else, I really like it. So, okay. Question 98. Oh man, I'm almost done. Okay, which video game did you wish you played when it came out? Or what video game you could have played? You know, this might be really unpopular opinion, but I really wanted to play Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. I mean, I really wanted to get on the Wii, so I think it would be the game I would play in the future. I would want to play either that or possibly Spyro 3, the original version, and not the Wii and I version, because I never got past the Yeti borders. Okay, question 99. Which TV show did you wish you watched when it came out? Okay, easily, Avatar. When I was a kid and Avatar came out, I thought it looked. I wasn't into it, so I thought, oh, God, just leave it. I was a dumbass kid because now looking at it, Avatar is really, really awesome. I mean, you got like Ain's Ain's storyline. like trying to take responsibility of being the avatar. You got Katara as being like this mother figure. Soka comedy act. Thomas Play also being somebody who's blind but has a sassy voice. Suko actually has one of the best character acts from Failing to Heal. Iwo, Words of Wisdom. Azula's crazy, and who Cinder should be. So, yeah, I really wish that I actually watched Avatar as a kid. And Avatar actually did pull out something that not a lot of shows actually do. Did have a very good finale. Okay, finally, question 100. What do you wish to achieve in the next 5 years? Well, I feel like in core wrestling, I want to be even higher than I am, and work with a lot more people, but also have my show Soul Warrior X be out there in the world for people to watch. So those two are my big trees. Even though I will admit I love core wrestling and stuff, but Soul Warrior X is my main goal. I would actually want to get a girlfriend and also possibly marry in the next 5 years, but who knows? Who knows what the future holds? I just hope it goes my way. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally done with the 100 questions. Thank you for everyone who's actually still there. And I'm sorry if this took so long, but I thought I might as well start this whole podcast thing big. So that's why I actually wanted to do this. But again, I've done all the recording, I've done all the editing for my core show. I just gotta put the music and the commentary and in each Rumble now. So expect to see the next Patterson Rumble Cup sometime soon. Like really soon. And I also hope that you enjoy listening to this. This is going to be like the first episode of it. So I plan on doing more and more. With that being said, I hope everybody is looking forward to all the events in core wrestling and non-core wrestling in the world right now. And have a great rest of your day, ladies and gentlemen. Peace and love to you all. Okay, I know the last thing I said was cheesy, but yeah, deal with it. So catch you later.